Well, my dear friends, the first and the foremost thing, as everybody knows, our tagline of iCoffee, it is controls diabetes without compromising the authentic taste of coffee. This is very important. We are giving you a beverage which is a functional health beverage which can manage your diabetes levels without compromising your authentic taste of coffee. So you don't have to, compromise on your taste of coffee, but absolutely at the same point of time, you can get the benefits out of this coffee, a functional health benefit out of this coffee. That is very important. Well, my dear friends, I would like to concentrate on one important topic today. This is an article which has appeared in the Business Insider of India, which is a weekly magazine as well as an online platform talking about science and business. This article appeared on May 18th, 2020. So, the article clearly says, diabetes and hypertension patients are at high risk of dying from COVID-19. This is very important actually. Diabetes and hypertension patients are at higher risk of dying because of COVID-19. See, the experts say that the risk of a fatal outcome from diabetes and hypertension is up to 50% in people who are dying with COVID-19, because as we have already seen on the television as well as some of the social media as well as the other international blogs, that people who have symptoms like BP as well as diabetes are more prone to secondary infections in COVID-19 as compared to the people who do not have these conditions. So, our promotion strategy should be like this actually. People who are having diabetes as well as hypertension have to limit their or have to control their BP as well as sugar levels, so that even if they are affected in the future, definitely they will not be able to, they will be able to conquer death actually, because this is one of the important things, because whenever you have control over your hypertension as well as diabetes, definitely you will be able to control the secondary conditions which are arising because of coronavirus. My dear friends, I would like to tell you that there is no stoppage for this thing actually as of now. So everyone is actually come into the road, they are venturing outside just to develop that resistance against the disease. So we don't have to fear about the disease, we have to live with it. This is what exactly the governments are also stating today. To live with it, you have to protect yourself with all possible means. That is the reason why immune boosting supplements are very important in day-to-day life. So, I am going to reiterate that statement again. All Indus Viva products are front-line immune boosters. Suppose if you are taking immune boosters on a daily basis, you should not fear about any kind of a viral infection or attack on your bodies. This is how we have to live with this particular condition. I hope my point is clear to everyone. The next important thing what I am trying to speak about this particular thing here is, there is one of the magazines in UK, United Kingdom, called as, it is a diabetes based magazine in UK. On 14th of May 2020, a report has come out of that magazine. So what they say is, 1 in 2 people with diabetes wearing a face mask, as government advises masks in some enclosed spaces, which means 1 in 2 people with diabetes wearing a face mask. See, they have done a survey of people who have ventured into the roads actually. And ultimately, if you see that, people who have gone into the streets, of them, one person is actually a diabetic in UK. This is what the situation is. Which means that the governments are clear in saying that automatically what exactly happens is, people with diabetes and hypertension can develop secondary complications of this particular COVID-19, which is very, very dangerous actually. Which is very, very dangerous. So, government is actually enforcing them to use the masks more than the other people, because they are more prone to this disease. Well, going ahead, my friends, diabetes linked to worse cognitive function after paralysis stroke. This is also very important. Nowadays in India, the paralysis stroke is increasing like anything, and people with diabetes and hypertension are more prone to this paralysis stroke. This is a very, very proved concept these days. The second important USP or the selling point that you have is, suppose if you are having diabetes or hypertension, it is always better for you to use these supplements so that this diabetes and hypertension will not go ahead and will not result in any kind of paralysis, stroke in future. If you want to protect yourself from all these kinds of problems in future, it is always important to get yourself protected by using these immune boosting supplements. This is very important. Well, going ahead, my dear friends, again, there is one more important journal that I want to speak here. It is called as a Telegraph, which is, the Telegraph is a very important international blog as well. On 18th of May, there was an article here. How diabetes, asthma and other underlying illness will affect the people or inflict them with more and more coronavirus cases. See, one of the Chinese studies, China is a place where the origin of the virus has happened. They have done a study there. It clearly states that a Chinese study has found people with heart disease, diabetes and cancer had a 79% chance of being admitted to intensive care or dying from the virus due to their weakened immune systems. This is very important. Because I would like to tell you this, my dear friends, 79% of people with diabetes and hypertension, they are telling 79%. It is a very alarming ratio. You have also to, whenever you are promoting the products, please speak to the people in this way. 79% of people can be affected with coronavirus if they are diabetic and hypertensive. So, whenever you are supplementing them with our kind of products, wellness products like iCoffee and iPulse, definitely you are protecting them and providing them immunity so that these people, 79% of people, can be protected from this deadly virus. This is how the promotion strategy must be. This is how you have to promote the products. This is a very important way, a scientifically validated way, a way in which this scenario is there. This COVID-19 scenario, you have to take this as an advantage and promote the products in a validated way so that people understand the importance of these things and then buy the products. I hope everybody got my point actually. Well, going ahead, my friends, coronavirus offers new challenges to people trying to manage diabetes and kidney disease. This is also the other important thing. So, the diabetes and kidney disease is the one which is actually causing more deaths in this world. Well, people with kidney conditions are also prone to more and more virus attacks. There are a lot of scientific publications which says that people with kidney disease also have a lot of viral attacks on their body. So, it is always better to consume such products so that their immunity is boosted and at the same point of time they will be protected from all kinds of viral infections in the future. Well, my dear friends, going ahead, see, one more thing I want to tell you here. See, now this particular week what I am trying to see here is, I would like to talk about one of the major ingredients which are present in the product. See, yesterday if you remember, I have spoken about iPulse, and in iPulse I have spoken about the acai berry. Today in iCoffee I will be speaking about the salsitol, the importance of salsitol, and I would like to tell you, my friends, how salsitol is extracted, what are the benefits of salsitol, what are the different properties of salsitol. This is very important. Before that, I would like to tell you one more article which appeared in one of the major herbal extract journals on 21st of April during this corona lockdown crisis. The search for medicinal plants have increased in this planet actually. People are more behind getting these medicinal plants and the supply of medicinal plants have drastically reduced. See, nowadays India has been exporting so many other things actually to the whole world. Now India is also in a position to export medicinal plants. My dear friends, I would like to tell you this, 2 major medicinal plants, 3 of them in fact, are getting exported from India. The first is tulsi. Everybody must be knowing what tulsi plant is. Second is turmeric. The third is andrographis. These are the 3 important herbal plants which are exported to different parts of the world because these are the plants which have the major capabilities of cutting down the virus in the world. That is the reason why, along with the synthetic medicines, these herbal extracts are also exported from India on a regular basis. This is very important. Well, the next important thing I want to tell you here is the Salacia, what I was trying to talk about. The Salacia is also called as Ekanayaka or Saptaranga in Indian languages. Salacia reticulata is the botanical name of this particular plant. In fact, this is a medium-sized tree which grows to around about 20 to 30 feet maximum. And we are normally using the root of this particular plant or the tree. And that is a place where, and that is a part of the plant where the herbal extracts are usually made, which has shown very good activities against controlling or managing the diabetes conditions. My dear friends, I would like to tell you one more thing here. Diabetes is not a disease. Diabetes is a disorder. Disorder is a collection of diseases. Okay. Diabetes is a condition or a disorder where it can only be controlled or managed, and it can be prevented, but it cannot be cured completely. Diabetes does not have a cure. So it can only be managed and controlled. That is why people with diabetes should always be controlling their disease. We call this as a palliative disease in modern sense. It is called as a palliative disease or a disorder. Well, my dear friends, coming back to the Salacia, why I am telling you this point is, Salacia is a very important herb which can be used to manage different types of diabetes also. Okay, different types of diabetes also. Well, Salacia, as I have been previously telling you, see, whenever a medicinal plant is taken, normally there will be constituents present inside the medicinal plant. So, for example, if you take turmeric, turmeric contains a natural compound called as curcumin. Similarly, when you take grapes, grapes contain a natural component called as resveratrol. Similarly, Salacia reticulata root contains three natural compounds. The first one is called as salacinol, the second is called as mangiferin, the third is called as cotanolol. See, these are the three important things. I would like to repeat this again. The first is called as salacinol, the second is called as mangiferin, the third is called as cotanolol. These are the three important constituents. Among the three important constituents, two of them, especially the salacinol and the mangiferin, two of them are very much associated with controlling and managing the diabetes. Okay, these are the two important components. Well, when I talk about salacinol, salacinol is the major constituent which is present in Salacia reticulata root. Salacinol, normally what it does is, it inhibits the alpha glucosidase and pancreatic lipase enzymes in your pancreas. See, normally Salacia acts on two important organs in the body. The first organ is your intestines, the second organ is the pancreas. These are the two organs where Salacia reticulata is actually acting in the body, and it normally controls or it inhibits the alpha glucosidase and pancreatic lipase enzymes in the body, by which it effectively controls your blood sugar levels. This is very important. See, so the second one is called as mangiferin. The mangiferin is also a very important constituent which is present in Salacia reticulata, which is also a very important compound for controlling your pre-diabetes. Again, I am telling you this, my friends. Salacia reticulata is controlling all types of diabetes. It is acting on your intestines and the pancreas. Mangiferin is a second compound which is present in Salacia, which is mainly acting on your pre-diabetes. Okay, I hope you got this point. The next important thing what I am trying to tell you here is, Salacia reticulata, normally when you have a root of the plant, you cannot use the root just by powdering it. We go through a process called as herbal extraction. Our company, Indus Viva Health Sciences, is also known for manufacturing our own herbal extracts. What we do is, we do the herbal extracts of this Salacia. We have a very good wing of production where the herbal extraction of Salacia is actually done. Salacia is normally powdered. It is then put in water and different kinds of solvents, and finally the extract is taken out of Salacia. That is actually called as salcital. I hope you got my point. Let me reiterate this again. There is a root of Salacia reticulata. We powder the root, then we add water to the root, then we add a bit of solvents to that. We extract out the essential components of that, and that is exactly called as salcital. I'll tell you in a very simpler way. You have the Salacia root, you have the extract of Salacia. The extract of Salacia is actually called as salcital. If someone asks you what is salcital, you have to tell a simple answer. Salcital is nothing but the extracts of Salacia reticulata. I hope my point is clear. So this is how iCoffee with its very major ingredient called as Salacia reticulata, in other words, in Indian words it is called as Ekanayaka or Saptaranga, acts on the concept of diabetes. So this is how Salacia reticulata helps in managing or controlling diabetes. Okay, I hope my points are clear. So with this, my dear friends, I wanted to talk about Salacia today. I have spoken about it. So this is a question answer time again. As I promised you, so my colleague Miss Asthma has noted down the questions today, and I will be answering those questions. Well, before the last week's question also I would like to answer here, so which we have noted down. So let me go to the first question without wasting much time here. So the first question I am seeing here is, does iCoffee is used for migraine? No. This was one of the questions which was asked to me actually. This is not used for any migraine conditions. No. Can iCoffee and iPulse combination be suggested together? 100% yes. Please suggest suggest a combination of iPulse and iCoffee together always. It shows very good benefits. What is the span of iCoffee which should recommend for diabetes? After sugar levels gets controlled, how to proceed with iCoffee? See, this is one question which is generally raised everywhere. Well, my dear friends, these are wellness supplements which can be consumed lifelong, but still, as a part of wellness science, if I have to tell you, all our clinical trials and preclinical trials have proved that it is always better to consume the product for a span of 3 months. It shows very good results always. Well, the third question what I am seeing here is, fourth question, iPulse with iSlim for hormonal imbalances. Yes, definitely you can use it. Can diabetic patients take normal food after getting normal blood glucose levels? My dear friends, I would like to tell you this. India is actually called as the diabetic capital of the world. Well, we are all sweet eaters. Sweet in the sense it does not mean sugar. Most of us are rice and wheat eaters. Even though rice and wheat does not have the direct sugar content in it, but chemically speaking, both of them are sugar or carbohydrate molecules only. That is the reason why after your sugar levels are controlled, it is always suggested to follow a very good low sugar, low glycemic diet so that you will not be inflicted with any kind of a disease in future. This is what my honest suggestion is. Well, the next thing is best time to drink iCoffee for non-diabetic people and its quantity. So I always suggest non-diabetic people at least to consume only 1 sachet in a day. It can be made into half sachet 2 times in a day also. Half sachet in the morning, half an hour before your breakfast, half sachet in the night, half an hour before your dinner. This is how for non-diabetic people you can definitely have iCoffee. Well, the next thing is, can sugar be reduced after 50 years? Definitely, you can start iCoffee from 6 years of age with all kinds of diabetes conditions, especially the management can happen. Well, can we get permanent recovery from diabetes is the next question. As I previously told you, diabetes technically is called as a palliative disease or disorder. Palliative disorder means it is not completely curable, but it can be controlled or managed. This is how exactly diabetes is described. Well, the next question what I am seeing here is, how to manage fluctuations of sugar levels after consuming iCoffee. See, one good question, my dear friends, I want to tell you this here, because for some people, after consuming iCoffee also, there is a fluctuation in sugar levels. What I would like to tell you here is, we have done one survey throughout India, and it has been published in many other journals also. People with sugar metabolism, 5% of the people with sugar metabolism always have impairment in their sugar levels, always, especially in the morning times. I would like to reiterate this again. 5% of the people with sugar metabolism impairment will have fluctuation in the sugar levels, especially during the morning times. So in such people where the sugar levels have increased after consuming iCoffee, I would always suggest you to stop iCoffee in the morning hours. It is always better to consume it in the afternoon, half an hour before your lunch and half an hour before your dinner in the night. Stopping the product in the morning can control or manage your sugar levels without any much more fluctuations. I hope my point is clear. Well, the next question what I am trying to take the question here is, so a 5-year-old child is suffering from diabetes for the past 2 to 3 years taking insulin. See, I'd like to tell you, my dear friends, from 6 years of age, you can definitely give iCoffee creamer or black to a first type 1 diabetes child. Normally in children, the type 1 diabetes is mostly seen. They are on insulin most of the times. Definitely from 6 year onwards, you can definitely give iCoffee creamer or black to the child. So the next thing is, some people are drinking, after drinking iCoffee black, feels more active at night and don't get sleep. See, I'd like to tell you, my dear friends, iCoffee is devoid of caffeine. iCoffee does not contain caffeine content in it. So, the activeness that you are getting in the night is not because of caffeine. Some people have a misnomer thinking that caffeine which is present in the coffee or tea, when you drink it in the night, you will be active throughout the night and you don't get any kind of sleep. But that is a false thing with respect to the iCoffee, because iCoffee does not contain caffeine, and that is not the reason for your activeness in the night and not getting sleep in the night. So this is not because of iCoffee. Yes. So the next question what I am seeing here is, so I am not a diabetic but consuming iCoffee, no problem in it. I have already answered this question. So half sachet 2 times in a day would always be better. You can add a bit of sugar also. For people who are not diabetic and who wants to consume iCoffee, you can add 1/4 teaspoon of sugar and consume iCoffee, so that your sugar levels will not be deranged. Somehow, suppose if you are fasting or doing something, or if you are not on a good diet, you might have some problems actually. That is the reason why adding a bit of sugar will not cause problems. So the next question what I am seeing here is, why iCoffee should be taken before food and why not after food? See, these are very important questions. I really thank you, Vivites, for raising such questions. This is very important. I'll tell you one thing. Whenever you are consuming iCoffee before you consume any food, the absorption rate of iCoffee is always higher. Whatever diabetic product it is always better to consume it before you consume any food. Whenever you consume any diabetic product, wellness product after food, the rate of absorption is always reduced, by which the benefits are also reduced. Whereas in case of iCoffee, the benefits increase whenever you have the product which is taken before you consume the food. Well, the next question what I am seeing here is, does iCoffee cure diabetes mellitus or manage it? As I have previously told you, my dear friends, diabetes is a palliative disorder which can only be controlled or managed. It cannot be cured. Please be specific on this point, everybody. It cannot be cured. So the next question what I am seeing here is it good for diabetic patients consuming natural sweet fruits? See, I'd like to tell you one thing, my dear friends, here. If you are having a doubt on what fruits to be consumed for diabetes people, you can definitely raise a mail to doctor@indusviva.com. We will provide you a list of fruits which the diabetes people can consume. Don't consume all the fruits directly. Please send us a mail, we will answer you on that. So, how does iCoffee work on type 1 diabetes? This is another question what I am seeing here. As I have previously told you, especially for type 1 diabetes, it is always better to use iCoffee black, and iCoffee creamer can also be used, but iCoffee creamer is always better to use for other kinds of diabetes. For type 1, it is always better to use iCoffee black. It shows very good results in it. So, does iCoffee work on belly fat? See, what I have tried answer here is, iCoffee also contains Salacia reticulata, which I spoke about today. It is also a very good weight reducing agent when you see the plant as such. Definitely in combination with iSlim, if one consumes iCoffee, definitely the augmentation or the complementary nature of the product will be seen, by which effective weight management can also happen. Well, my dear friends, I'd be closing the question answer session here. So I thank you all for your patient listening again. So this is Dr. Balu Kolar, Head of Product Development and Training at Indus Viva Health Sciences, Bangalore, speaking you live from Viva Tower, the corporate office of Indus Viva Health Sciences. Have a nice day, everybody.